Hello and welcome. I am Ashmanix. It is Sunday evening and I am tired. I had a busy day today actually for once. But yes, it is Sunday evening and we are going to play some more Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. It is 8 PM, right? Yeah, it is 8 PM. Right. What happened in the last part of the playthrough? Why can I not remember? I don't know. I feel like a lot of stuff happened. Yeah, we had found out that there was definitely some sort of smuggling going on. But I think we found out that the big bad guy... No. I don't think the big bad guy killed Knight. I think that's what they were hinting towards. And we're trying to investigate who... Well, we're carrying on our investigation to try and find out more as to what is going on in this prison. Because there seems to be more going on that meets the eye. And the suspicion I have is that the prison warden is in on this in some way. Because she keeps trying to have conversations with, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy in maximum security. Simon? Or whatever the maximum security prison cell. You try to have conversations, try and get information out of him, but it feels suspicious because that's not normally what a warden does. So, let's continue. And I'm going to switch to the screen. I have my little avatar in the bottom corner. Yeah, let's resume. Oh, one sec. So well, I mean, there's nobody really. Well, on Twitch, there's one person, but there's nobody really in the chat. I might ask the question. I have a question to ask. I might ask it a little bit later. Anyway, we're in the prison yard. Here we are again. Let's hope we can find something this time that will finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although that might be easier said than done. There's nothing left to investigate. Judge Gavel's deduction yesterday. There's another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there? In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done it but Mr. Scent? Had Knight's body really been thrown out in the well? The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward. But before we begin, I should tidy up my organizer a little. Necessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. I wonder how he decides what is unnecessary. Let's see here. Huh? There's a cover on it. The dried up well. Slap bang in the middle of a prison. Figured it'd be locked. Why is there a well in the middle of a prison at all? Well, luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do some my stuff? Oh god. I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book. Come on, don't be such a stick in the mud. What? What is it, Kate? The lock's broken, and from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time. Oh my god. Why are we not surprised? If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well. Judge Gavel's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. And then, during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What are you thinking, Melcirino? Plausible or no? Oh, why don't we see if Messiah can help us out again? Oh yeah, the police dog. You'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was here, and which way it went. Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe speaking. Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard and bring Missile with you. You bet, sir. Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons to the rescue again, huh? I'm fairly sure Missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Berry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you. Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it. So, what should we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide and go seek? What? Why? Fun idea, kiddo, but where exactly would we hide? He's not seriously considering it. Your game can wait, Kay. You need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one. Oh, you bet I do. One crime scene recreation coming right up. Well, at least you knew. Say what now? Let me show you. Introducing a great thief's great secret weapon, Little Thief. My magic bullshit gizmo. Whoa, screens appearing from thin air? I know, right? This is some next level tech, little sis. It's not even next level, it's like 2 generations beyond what's currently available. Anyway, let me just crack open a can. Ah, I see. I see Kay likes to one finger type. Want to talk me through the deets? What are you doing now? No. I'm inputting everything we need for the simulation. Allow me to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it. How about I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday? Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay much attention to the well then. Who knows? We may have overlooked something. Leave it to me. I'll use the photo I took. BPD... what? BPD beep boop beep. That's all the data. Just gotta pump the projection power to max and... Pump the projection power to max? Why'd you have to do that manually? Dark sides of evening when no other birds dare take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Yipes! What is this? It's bullshit magic. It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, modeled on the day I gave Little Thief. This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagrasu, but they used it to plan robberies. Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now. I mean, you're not wrong. Wait, what's it saying? The stream's current bitrate, 5,000 something, is lower than recommended? What? We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 13,500? What? Really? That's a pretty high bitrate. Is YouTube like up the game or something? That's pretty high. Uh-oh. Let me check what setting I did. I think I put it up way too high. Lol. Oh, excellent collection. Now, I wonder if Twitch is going to shit it with 13,500. Because I was kind of bitching about that the other day. Right, what are we doing? Oh, but keep in mind that it can only recreate what you tell it to. It can't simulate things it doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes, then you'd wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too. But this particular recreation is based on Kay's photo, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough preamble. Shall we get started? Begin investigation. Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation just like in real life. You can also present evidence to try to clear up any inconsistencies you find. Of course, thank you for the reminder. Now let's take a look at that well. Let's have a look at this stuff. These chairs must have been for the audience. Wow, I pity whoever had to put them all away. Really? Why? Ha! You've clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, huh? Not personally. I've told other people to do it, though, have you? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while. I'll consider it. That was fun. A wicker basket. Or rather, a cart given the wheels. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in and race it down a hill? Ooh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill in office chairs. Where did any of that come from? Yeah, I don't know, man. What was the name of our trunk-happy friend again? Asia the Asian elephant. Okay. Of course, how could I forget? Not exactly inspired, though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it? Oh my gosh, Mr. Edgeworth, not in front of the poor elephant herself. Okay. This pond is home to Warden Lagarde's beloved alligator. And look, those bones must be from her latest meal. What the fuck? I somewhat doubt an alligator could pick a carcass clean like that. You think? I got the feeling she was rather ladylike in her own way, actually. If you say so. Well, I do. I can have a sixth sense for these things. An interesting talent, though not one I'm particularly envious of. Well, that was interesting. The store appears to be locked. Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try. No. If we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key. Spoil sport, that could have been my chance to shine. You're free to shine somewhere else, but you'll not make an audience out of me. Ah, we said this last time. Yes, this is where the circus show stage stood. Do you think people would be interested in a great thieving show? I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend. Well. We should examine this area carefully. It may just hold the clue we need. Interesting. Oh, what did I press? Shit. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. There's no... Oh, nothing? Okay. Alright. What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets. It's a good... There's a sturdy looking hemp rope lying on the ground. Kinda reminds me of the ropes we used for playing tug of war in school. Hello Res1 Kodar, welcome to the Twitch stream. So I use a higher bitrate and then Twitch isn't happy. This is so annoying. Wait, is there settings I could set for in live stream for what the bitrate is I send? Filtering, Discord, what? That's not what I'm really looking for. No. The answer is no, Kate. What? I didn't even say anything yet. I see it also has a metal stake attached to one end. Oh yeah, it looks like something you'd use to put up a tent. But there was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? It was probably used to stake it into the ground around the well so that it could be used to slowly lower something down the well. Also, if someone was going to use the padlock, why would they leave it open? Like, wouldn't you lock it straight after you used it? so that you wouldn't make it an obvious thing to, like, you wouldn't make it obvious to people that it was used. It's a metal weight of some kind. Looks like it weighs. The projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kate? Sure, it was 30 pounds. Well, that was 30 pounds in kilograms. What does anyone need such a heavy weight for anyway? Doesn't seem related to the circus show at any rate. Wait, what are the clues that we've got so far? Start of the show alongside Regent. And then a 30-pound weight? Nah. They can't make sense. Why would you need a 30-pound weight? The well was behind the stage, which means there aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down it during the show. This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint. So what do you think all that stuff around the well was used for? I can't see any of the animals needing them for their part of the performance. Indeed, nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Berry later. Was that it? I suspect that's about all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon too. Kate, you can power around Mr. Thief now. Sure thing. Prepare to return to normality. Sorry, sir, I came as quick as I could. Speak of the devil. Detective, that was indeed impressively quick. You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting. Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina. No problem. This seemed way more fun than rehearsal, so I ditched them for the day. It's very much appreciated. Alright, Detective. Let's get started with Missile. Yes, sir. Hey, sir. Over here, boy. Oh, what's going on? What's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on. Yeah, what's wrong with him? Looks like he's scared of something, sir. Scared? It looks like he's... Is that I'm scared or angry? Eek! The alligator. Guess he's not a fan, sir. Well, I doubt he'll be of much help to us like this. One of the bright ideas, Mauserino. Why are they putting an artificial fucking blocker here to make our life more why? Yes, actually. Miss Berry, would you mind lending us a hand? Ooh, I'd love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Ali some tricks? I don't doubt she could do it, but nothing quite like that. I'd simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show. I like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right? If you be so kind. How much battery does that thing have? Okay, I've plugged in all the data. Firing up the simulation. Why did we fire it up again? Why couldn't we just kept it on? I don't know. Oh shit. Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show. The time at which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well. Oh wow, this is so amazing. It's like magic. No magic here, just sweet data. It is fucking magic. How are you projecting all this from one small device? Which is why... What? The area behind the stage is missing. Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up, so we don't have any data on what it was like back there. No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal. Yeah, it's fucking called reality. I'm so sorry, guys. It's all because I let Simeon do everything by himself. Oh, no, no, no. It's all my frilly associate's fault. What? Objection, offender. Anyway, we've got a fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data too. I can switch back whenever you want to the recreation of them taking down the stage. We can examine the scene both during and after the show, and switch between the two at will. We can switch between recreations by using Y to talk with K. Okay. Now then, let's continue our investigation, shall we? Oh, oh, oh. What are we gonna find? Oh, interesting. It's the pen that held Azia, the Asian elephant. Now empty as the lady herself is on stage. I wonder how they got her in here in the first place. What do you mean? Well, the entrance to the yard is people-sized, and there's like a gazillion megawatts pumping through that fence. Kinda risky, no? Not if one turned off the electricity. Yeah, but then all the prisoners would escape through an entrance blocked by an elephant. I think not. This is a real puzzler, alright. I'll need to give it some more thought. She seems to be enjoying the challenge. I'll leave her to it. The basket was empty in the other recreation. Oh yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took too. Oops, sorry. I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier. Oh. That basket's for holding Azia's food, but on the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof! I totally forgot to mention it. Sorry. This woman causes us endless trouble. Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this. Food for Azia that was in the car until the day before the show. Ugh. What was gone by the next morning? What do we have in the logic thing? This pond is home to Warden Lagarde's beloved alligator. And look, those bones. Oh, right. The same thing we said last time. A story of forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Wish I could have seen Simeon up there on that stage too. Oh, he was wonderful. The way he flew off that stage. Ah, yes, that scene. This victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage. Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. And you're saying the crime took place during that time? Roughly how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage for, Miss Berry? Let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes. Just as Judge Gavelle said. Isn't it pretty hairy health and safety-wise having an elephant fling a guy off the stage? Not at all. Azia is very gentle. I'm not sure it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly. Too gentle, in fact. Too gentle, in fact. When we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. That was probably a good sign. But by the end, he was flying off that stage. Not because of Azia, though. Simeon had figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing? A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick? Who, me? Oh, no. It was Simeon's big thing. I should have known where to start. Sorry, I wouldn't know where to start. What? What? So... wonder. The trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene, could it have something to do with all the items we found by the well? Okay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when they were tearing down the stage? You got it! Doobly 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 doo. Taking another look at these items, could they not have been used for this trick of Mr. Saint's? Sounds plausible enough. Hey, I could maybe add it to the simulation. Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details. Roger that, I'll be right back. "10 minutes later. I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it. Why did we not just bring him here? I'm confused. Excellent. Well, how does it work? He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from a rope, and lowered that down into the well. The other end of the rope went through 2 more pulleys, and was tied around his body. This seems extremely dangerous. I see, so he used the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air. But how did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to? He used a stake to stop it, that's how. Okay. Miss Berry didn't seem to know anything about the trick, or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake. How? That's right, and to do that he used a second length of rope. He tied it to the stick, and then when he gave it a sharp tug, the stake was released and the weight dropped down the well. It's a great trick, I have to steal it. This one has to go in the Great Thief's repertoire. It may not be quite that easy. These kind of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough. Alright, practice it is then. Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation? Alright, then we can see how it all worked for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance. And now to add in the data. Little Thief should be able to reproduce the trick now. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. Mr. Saint's trick data jotted down in my organizer. Simeon's full of surprises, huh? I mean, dropping a weight down a well to help him fly off the stage like that, that's genius. Indeed, but I imagine he would have needed quite a lot of weight. More than him, at the very least. It would have taken some serious pull to lift him into the air like that. Yeah, and probably a ton of practice. Mr. Saint used the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying from the stage. He made clever use of 2 ropes. This tarp is just like the one we saw in the workshop. This tarp is just like the one we saw in the workshop. Yes, but why is it here? But why is it here? Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've gone kind of blank. And I intend to stay blank until you stop stealing my thoughts. Oh. That's one heavy weight. Kinda makes you think how much this must all be weighing on Simeon. It does. I'm not sure I quite see it myself. Oh, too bad we don't have the real thing here. Otherwise, I'd hang it around your neck like a big old albatross. Then we'll see how you like it. What the hell? You'd face some stiff resistance if you tried. I can promise you that. Okay. A pulley and a rope. I suppose the two do tend to go together, huh? They sure do, like a great thief and her treasure. Can't have one without the other. Sorry, but the proper pairing in this case is a great thief and a set of handcuffs. This is the rope that was hanging down the well. But there's no pinata at the end of it. And definitely no bucket. Do try to be serious, kid. Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. So cut it out with that stare of yours. Actually, she may be onto something. We might want to consider what could have really been attached at the end of the rope. What do we have here? So, pulling force, something heavier than Satan himself would be needed for the trick to work. I think it's the apples. Fuck! That doesn't add up. Why doesn't it add up, man? What the shit? I'd better think again. A single threadberry was found by the well. Something heavier than Saint himself. Could it be the elephant? But how would that work? Save scum. Let's see. The only thing I can imagine... No, this doesn't work. What the 30-pound metal weight was found by the well. £30 is not a lot of weight though. No, sorry. I mean, pretty sure £30 is not a lot of weight. What do we have here? What's the dog up to? The chairs are lined up neatly for the show, but we know where there are a few empty seats during the performance. Huh? Something about this space, the way the seats are arranged, reminds me of a karaoke contest I entered as a kid. You entered a karaoke contest? I sure did, and I came in second. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to fly, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness in the world's blight. Tell me you didn't actually sing that. I sure did, oh my god. She did well to take second place, or perhaps stole is more apt. Or is it more that she failed to steal first place? I'm overthinking this. Yes, you are, mate. Yes, you are. It's as bad as it looks, sir. Poor little guy scared out of his skin. I'd hoped to have him track that scent again, but that clearly isn't in the cards now. Oh my god. Right, two of these have to like what? What are we liking? The elephant and the pulling force? I don't know. That doesn't make no sense though. Yeah, I thought so. Fuck. Shoot. What? £30 is not heavier than him. Oh my god. Wait, doesn't that seem odd to you? No? You haven't noticed, detective. There's something strange about the weight we found. The one weight on its own wouldn't be heavy enough. A single 30-pound weight couldn't have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground. Oh yeah! In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing? Sounds like a job for my 7 secret weapons, sir. Should the need to use them arise, I suppose I should speak with him then. Right, so I think... yeah, disappearing... Oh, fuck off! There's no logical connection. Well, I've been doing terribly in this. Well, we don't have anything to prove. Right, we're gonna have to ask him, right? Don't say a word, sir. I know just what you're looking for. It's written all over your face. It is. Missile may be temporarily out of action, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give me the metal detector shot, I have that too. Oh shit. I've never seen him so excited. I'll sure be to let you know if I need either of them, detective. What? Detective, I have need of one of your secret weapons. Roger that! The metal detector, if you would be so kind. Geez, I'm never going to get used to use my fishing rod. So before we get started, let me run you through how the metal detector works, sir. It's simple enough. It uses a sound. And this gauge. To tell you how close you are to something made of metal. The closer you get, the more strongly it'll react. When it starts going wild like this, just give me the order to examine the spot where I'm standing. Say, what do we got here? Oh, the feds. Anyway, that's how it all works. You tell me where you want me to look, sir, and I'll get right on it. This is how we're gonna do this. What? We're getting warmer, but it's still weak, sir. What are we doing? We're close, sir. There's something metallic nearby. I found something. There's something here, sir. Don't see anything metallic. What did the detector pick up? Guess it must have just picked up some iron sand. What? Iron sand as in sand you can pick up with a magnet. That's the stuff. You can find it at the beach sometimes. And I got just the thing we need right here. Introducing secret weapon number 6 or 7. Are you making this up as you go along? A seemingly ordinary magnet that I found at the hardware store. Watch this, I just bring it close to the ground and... ta-da, it's picking out the iron! Ooh, come on little guys, come to Papa. Must be nice to be so easily entertained. Regardless, the investigation must continue. Alright, let's get back to... what the fuck, that was just a waste. I got something. There's something here, sir. Ooh, it's a gold coin, sir. What a find. It'll go down in history. I don't imagine a gold coin would stay hidden long in a prison yard. Oh, you found it. Never would have guessed it was hiding here this whole time. That's one of the coins from the big coin hunt we hold once every 2 weeks. Hey, that sounds kinda interesting. Must be fun for the whole family. Sure is. The prisoners have to hunt for the coins the warden buried around the yard. What? And if they find 3 silver coins or 1 gold coin, they can swap them for a jelly donut. At first a show, now a treasure hunt. Is this a prison or a playground? Right, let's get back to it. What the fuck are we doing here, guys? Oh my god. This is not... Sir, I'm picking up something over here. Let's take a look. Let's see. Huh? Found these little guys in the grass. What? Why was that there? They're the same as the weight we found by the well. They must be from Mr. Saint's trick. Did someone hide these here on purpose? Wait, why? I count 4 altogether, sir. They would be more than heavy enough to send him flying. 36, 120, I suppose. So somebody had several of the same weights as the one by the well. But why? And why over here? Yes, nice work, me. Lol. Eek! An alligator? That thing nearly gave me a heart attack. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's the metal detective, sir. It's reacted to the alligator. What? How? You're sure it's not responding to the weights we just found? No, sir, I'm sure this is something different. And I'm sure it's coming from the alligator. And she's gone. Why is she laughing? Ha! We scared that big snapper good. I don't think that's it, Kay. Huh? Then what is it? Ali hasn't been herself lately. That's the name, Ali, the warden's favourite pet. She wouldn't even look at the food warden Lagarde brought her yesterday. She was acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her. Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir. Oh no, what if she ate one of the weights? I highly doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron. So what did the metal detector actually pick up? And why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Okay, could you recreate the scene again? Coming right up. I wonder what's happening here. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Looks like this was designed for raising and lowering a bucket. No sign of the bucket though. What are we deducing? I don't know. What can I do? Just does it be related to the evidence somehow? But I know. Oh shit. Ah, fuck this, man. Let me think about this. What evidence do we have? We've got the possibility. It's covered on top of Knight's body. Does this mean the victim was tied up? Plates, cups, spoons, footprints. Could this be related to that? Ah, fuck. The rope is missing, isn't it? I'm not imagining something, it's missing something. Yeah, it's missing fucking... What? A bunch of people that don't seem to be well. Dressed. There's something missing. It's a metal weight of some kind. I don't know. Looks like it was designed for raising loading a bucket, no sign of the bucket though. That's a good question. Where is the bucket? We don't have... I don't know, did I just What? The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Azia. Really? That's strange. I made sure to put the cart where her trunk couldn't reach them. Are you sure about that? Oh yes, it was still full of apples the night before the show. Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within Azia's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind, which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. What? So before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, okay? Will do. I'll add that into the simulation of the performance then. Let me change back to that recreation first. Updating based on what Regina told us now. They are all done. What does that mean? Little wonder it smelled of animals. It was being used for the elephant. Told Azia's apples, right? Yup, it was full of them the days before the show. Well, they vanished overnight. Ooh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth? Quite possibly. What? I mean, she ate them all, right? We just said this. The store appears to be locked. Want me to open it? Can't guarantee. No. If we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key. Yeah, we've read this, but come on. Come on, man. Repeat, repeat. What else is there? So that was open. The basket was moved by someone the night before the show. I don't know that. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Oh, okay. So what could any of this mean? So do you come to visit the prison often, Regina? I sure do. I have so many little friends here. It's wonderful. And they're all such sweeties, the old faces and new. I made a new friend only yesterday. Ali is just the cutest. Cute, that full-grown alligator lurking in the depths of the pond. Are you sure about that? Can't help worrying you could just walk up and then chomp, you know? Oh, don't be silly. She'd never do anything like that. Especially since she's not doing great. I heard she hasn't been herself since yesterday. I'm so worried about her. You guys are worried too, right? Right? Yeah, totally. Super worried, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, super. Don't rope me into this. What does any of this mean? What are we doing? What are we doing? The Great Thief's great secret weapon. Claim you're intrigued, Mauserino. Not exactly by book stuff though, yeah? Using Great Thief doodads in an official investigation. Whoa, enough with the death stares, Chief. I'm cool, okay? I can keep a secret. Anything for the truth, am I right? It's possible that vital evidence has already been destroyed. Without case reproduction of the scene, we have no hope of finding it. Hey, relax. Like I said, I'll just zip it and nod politely while you cats do your thing. Thank you. That would be very helpful. Ah, shit. I mean, what? Now that's one impressive fence. I'm sure I could climb it if I... Please don't. It's electrified. I wonder what's on the other side. The warden's office, I believe. I guess she likes to keep a close eye on her pets. This facility would probably function better as a zoo than a prison. What are we missing, guys? What are we missing? What is the link here? Now, I accidentally unlocked this, but I'm going to have to talk to Kay. Or what? Well, the weapon came out of nowhere and nobody knows how the body was moved. Well, that makes sense, until you put an invisible man in the picture, fucking hell. Detective, don't tell me you think invisible people really exist. Who knows, sir? But it'd be so fun to see one though, huh? What a winning idea. Perhaps we should make your assignment to Mr. Winner permanent from tomorrow. You gotta be kidding me! That kid probably still believes in Santa Claus. People in glass houses. Right. I wanted to actually talk to Kay. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it's like Little Thief's features. Switch! Alright, you want me to change the recreation to yesterday's stage teardown? Here you go. This is how things looked when they were taking down the stage. Right, so there's something about this that what the fuck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Little wonder it smelled of animals. It was being used for the elephant. To hold Asia's apples, right? Yup, it was full of them the day before the show. They vanished overnight. Ooh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth? Quite possibly. Oh, right, okay, that was a hint. Well, anyway. What am I supposed to do now, guys? What have I got? Right, one piece of evidence for thinking. Now, is there any relation? The rope on top of Knight's body doesn't mean the victim was tied up. Wow, what can this mean? Right. To throat. There's a small cut on his scalp from when he suffered a blow to the head. Found by the victim's body. This bell is the same as the one in Helmet's collar, right? Yes, the bell is something of a trademark for Mr. Canis. An assassin with a trademark? You'd think you'd want to stay anonymous. Isn't that true of great thieves too? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you don't know anything about great thieving, do you? Great thieves are only great because they stand out from the crowd. And what's in it for a thief to stand out like that, other than to attract the police's attention? Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Do you think it's our murder weapon, Mr. Edgeworth? It's too early to tell, but the fact that blood was found on it is certainly incriminating. At the very least, it's not something we can discount as unrelated to the case. Is it related to this? Ah, fuck. I don't know. If I'm not imagining things, it's missing something. Yeah, how do I prove it's missing something? Oh, fuck. What do I need to click on to show it's missing something? Right. Fuck. Wait. Let's have a look at this. What is it missing? There's a 30-pound weight and there's the tarps. 2 tarps? No, the 2 tarps are there. What? I don't know what I'm looking at. This fucking sucks. Time to go for a fucking walkthrough. Fuck this game. You motherfucker. Fuck off, game. Right. So I was doing this right. I was just not pointing at it. Fuck off. You're a piece of shit. Eureka! Absolutely go fuck yourself, game. I was pointing at the fucking pulley with... Whatever. Think about the 2 recreations. The one during the performance and the one we're looking at right now. There's a major difference between the 2. Namely that one of the ropes is missing. Oh yeah! Mr. Zane's trick wouldn't work with only the items we see before us. So what happened? Where did the missing rope go? Sorry, where did the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we've collected might tell us exactly that. Pardon me. Really? What shows us where the missing rope went?
Take that!
This rope was found beside Knight's body. Wait, you mean... Yes, it must have been the other rope used in Mr. Saint's trick. So you're saying, yes, that this rope did indeed have a weight attached to it. There wasn't any of the iron weights we found. Those were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else. What was it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here. Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was related to. Do that and you'll soon figure out the answer. The weight dropped down the well in place of the iron weights was...
Take that!
It could only have been Knight's body that was dropped down the well. What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight? Yes, somebody first swapped out the weights used for Mr. Saint's trick. Then, Mr. Saint used the contraption to make his exit from the stage. When he let the rope around his body loose, both the rope and Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. I have a question. When he normally does this trick and there's normal weights attached to the bottom of the rope, when he does the trick, does the rope not always fall to the bottom of the well? Does he have to then, after every night, go in to the well and retrieve the rope and the weights? This doesn't seem like a very good way of doing things. That rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to suspend his body halfway down the well. From this, we can easily see why most of the weights were hidden. So that no one else would realize they'd been replaced with the body? Precisely. We could then further deduce that they were hidden by the killer. Whoa there, gang! Wasn't poor old Bronco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well? Oh, the killer thought of that, which is why they used this. What did the killer use to stop Knight's blood from going everywhere?
Take that!
This tarp was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse was wrapped in it. Ooh, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. It's all coming together now. Love it! But all we're doing is proving that the body did go down the well, which means we're helping to prove that Simeon was the killer. No, not quite. But what about what Judge Cavell said yesterday? Ah, but if Mr. Saint truly is the killer, why would he need to go to such lengths to commit his crime? That's true. Knight's body fell down the well when Mr. Saint used his contraption during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was or what they were doing at the time. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those who were not at the show. Yeah, I guess we did suspect Mr. Canis right away, huh? That was the killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show. In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Miss Berry, when exactly did Mr. Saint put his contraption together? It would have been the day before the show. The night before, actually. Yes, we started getting ready for the show at around 9 PM. I think we finished around midnight. In which case, the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after that point. The body was left dangling inside the well the night before the incident. Bloody hell. Right, so used during the show to send Saint flying, the weights were replaced with the victim's body by someone. Did Canis know about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it. And I highly doubt that he taught his dog to suspend bodies halfway down wells. Which means Canis isn't the killer. The Bascos moved the night before the circus performance. We've deduced that the weights were switched out for the body around the same time. Hard to chalk that up to coincidence, huh? Then the next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think I can hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking that door, which can only mean that somebody needed to open it. Now let's see what's... Oh, great. It's locked. Let me ask a guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard. Yo. Yes, miss. What can I do for you? That was fast. Guard, where is the key for this door? Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it. Warden Lagarde is the only one with the key. Meaning if somebody did open the door, they would have had to get it from her somehow. Thanks for the help. Oh, hello. What the fuck? Look at all these breakers. They must control the electricity for the whole prison. So we're thinking somebody got in here the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do? Well, I doubt they came here by mistake thinking it was a break room. They must have come to tamper with the switches. Did they turn off the power to something? Come to think of it, wasn't there something that lost power? What might have lost power had a breaker been flipped?
Take that!
There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage. Oh yeah, there was. So somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to? It seems very likely. Do you think it was a killer? It's true that shutting off the cameras would have made things easier for them. It would? Which means the killer would have to be someone who had access to the breakers. And it seems only one person has the key. It couldn't be. Could it? Uh-oh. Breakers stay jotted down in my organizer. Located in the power room just off the prison yard, where they tampered with the night before the body was found. Alright, little thief, your work here is done. Oh shit, I didn't get it fully recovered. Bloody hell, game. First on the scene, the early bird wins the worm. Good morning, Mr. Winner. What? How'd you get here before me? Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you have made an early start. And I see you've made a late one, Judge Gavelle. This is not my only case. I am a very busy woman. Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his only current responsibility. Bloody hell. Fuck you. Right. Oh, I do apologize for being a snarky shithead. I meant, of course, an associate attorney. Fuck you. Associate? More like asinine. We'll see about that. Eustace, let us begin the investigation of the yard. Okay, I'll go get some officers to help. That won't be necessary. Why not? We've already finished investigating the yard and won quite the prize in the process. Won? But I'm supposed to be the winner. Your Honor. I'd like to revisit your theory from yesterday in order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. As I am sure you remember, your badge is in my hands. How could I forget? You told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different threat. You have been warned repeatedly, yes, and each time my words seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination. Objection! The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simeon Sain's innocence. Interesting. And spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising. In the name of the goddess of justice, I will strike down your case without mercy. And when I am done, Your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. My theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. Mr. Caserato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Scent. I mean, yes. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course. Of course she can. Who do you think you're up against? What this means is to say that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. She really is a very busy woman, busy looking after baby Winner. The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is as stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep. Autopsy report updated in my organizer. Oh shit. Simeon Saint was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. Let me just check this. Right, caused death, stab wound to the throat, instant death, wound was 4 inches deep. A sharp blade of some sort. Estimate time of death between 3 AM and 6 AM on the 27th. What is today in this game? That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Gavel hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means... I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. You seem very confident of that. But do you have any evidence to prove it? Yes, I think I just might. My theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. Oh, right, what evidence do I have, boys? Let's see. Mr. Caserato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. That's fine. As such, the body could only have been dropped down during this show.
Hold it!
Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more? The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. Caserato. Or more specifically, the key to his cell. Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight to the yard in that cage, and that's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. Caserato crawled his way through the tunnel, but there was no body there yet. Wait a second, that doesn't add up. Mr. Caserato smelled the sweet smell, so Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already. No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. Caserato had crawled through it. Mr. Caserato used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended, from which you deduced that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show. Yes, and who the culprit must be? We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint. Right, so what evidence do I have? Right. Used during the show to send Saint flying, the weights were replaced with the victim's body by someone. So we don't have anything to necessarily disprove. I'm just going to check the guide, I'm too tired. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up to create a certain unique contraption. Contraption? Go on. You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant. I do, just before he was to be absent for some time. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Wait, wouldn't that send him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With the second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. You have found evidence to suggest that the original weight was replaced with Knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in that time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
You're saying Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? Well then, who do you think is the #1 most likely person to have used it to dispose of a body, Even you must see how this looks.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint was the killer, he could have simply done as Judge Gavelle theorized without these extra steps. Miss Berry. Right. Yes? Does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works? Well, let's see. We had to get the prison's approval on what we were going to perform. So I don't think Simeon's the only one who knows. And there you have it.
Overruled.
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? What? Is what I am doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so? How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see that you are doing wrong at this very moment? You are a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book. I think only of what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I am confronted with. This is the path I have chosen. Whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can bring to bear. Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well. If it is her will that we must fight, then I shall end this once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, but there is another reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer. Oh. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint, and thus he remains the only plausible suspect. Mr. Saint took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells? Yeah, it is pretty sus. We've all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be plausible, but it is no more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape. I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. What? Let me check the evidence. What the fuck do we even have? Oh, my brain. My brain is fried! What to do, what to do. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. Oh my god. I'm just using a guide now because I cannot be fucked. Phoning it in, boys. Mr. Saint is far from the only person who had the opportunity. Which opportunity are we talking about again? We previously established that the time code in the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from this we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. Do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That is no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible? It was completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this. Oh yeah, I know what this will be.
Take that!
Our investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door to the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder. What? Such a shame to see one so capable fall so short of the mark. Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing. Ha! Then how does he explain the lock on the power room door? Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. And the warden's the only one with the key. Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure, so I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's key so easily.
Objection!
No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon? That person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. And what's more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question them.
Objection!
What? There's no one like that. The breakers, the electric fence, and there, they would be questioned in an instant. There's only one person who meets these criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was... Damn, we're gonna do it.
Take that!
The real culprit is... Warden Lagarde. Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie boo? What the fuck? He's not just a pretty face. Miss Al also has quite the nose for sweet things. It seems he's smelling something very sweet indeed, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. Then perhaps it is the sweet stench of death. What? You're a regular poor, aren't you? I had no idea. But if I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were call moi the killer. That is precisely what I'm calling you. Damn. What? Warden Lagarde is the killer? Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you are saying? Oh ho ho, such a naughty boy. How could you suspect me? I'm the one in charge around here. What the fuck? It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? And equally far-fetched. This is preposterous.
Hold it!
Sadly, it is not, although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Warden Lagarde is the killer. Barbie, it's the... fuck. I've never had to look at this. Is it that? Because she had the... Well, no, this is not... Whoa, what else do we have? The only thing I can think of is the fact that the breaker room could only be accessed by her. Oh wait, no. Okay, I'm looking at the guide here.
Take that!
Your scent betrays you, Warden. And here is your accuser. Damn, that dog looks pissed. The police dog? We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're priceless. Really you are. Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. Verity, dear, do put him in his place. It seems Judge Gavel may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. You believe this to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. Were it just one or the other, we might be able to brush it off as a coincidence. However... Indeed, then it seems a conclusion approaches. Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself? We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at an end. Really? The warden? You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me? The killer? How could I possibly do such a thing? I didn't do it. Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic I would have had to have killed him there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body, especially as I never went into the prison? I was too busy with work, you see, and I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check if you like, you won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper. I haven't the first idea what harebrained theories these little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer. Give me a break, Miss L doesn't lie. Don't make it hard on everyone, just come clean. Damn, man. You're talking to a prison warden, calm yourself. Aw, dear, I'm afraid you are the one making things difficult. As I just said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go and check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big silly. You've made a boo-boo and you know it. Verity told me she knows about the case, sweet. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to have killed him there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went into the prison. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check if you like, you won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper.
Hold it!
Sure, maybe you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison. But what if you took another route? Oh, come now, sweetie. Surely you don't mean that awful filthy tunnel they discovered. Why, until yesterday I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way in, I'm certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. The route you took went through this location.
Take that!
Through the fence? Through the fence? Warden. Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office, which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. Hee hee, a gold star for creativity, darling. And how would I have gone through the fence, The extremely high fence topped with grades of wire with thousands of volts of electricity gone through it. Yeah, how is she supposed to have gotten through that, The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. Only you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it. Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. Warden Lagarde was on the detention center side. How would she even have reached the power room? Exactly, Verity, darling. Well, clever puss. You've dug yourself a real hole now. If there is no record of Warden Lagarde having entered the prison proper, then the idea that she could have shut off the fence by using the brick is out of the question. But there must be some way she could have done it. Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool and you've lost everything. If I don't find a solution, she might still wriggle out of this. Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. There's nothing good. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah? No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone. Mr. Edgeworth, if you cannot find a... Oh, shit. You aren't doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your silence. That was a reflexive objection. But now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. I have one more thing to add, if you will permit me. Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence. Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. What enabled her to shut off the breaker? She couldn't have done it alone, but what if she wasn't alone? Ooh, now we're talking. Way to flex old grey ma, kiddo. I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice. Enough. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth said nothing wrong. The inmates of this prison are all issued with security bracelets. The ones that raise the alarm if people go where they're not supposed. Ah! I see that you have realized your error, and we are, of course, within the prison grounds, where not only are the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing. Despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Carcerato's escape. The only ones who are free to roam are the animals, and they most certainly could not have operated the breaker. No, so our accomplice must be human. And then who did it, given that it cannot have been a prisoner or a guard? Wait, we've got the... So its bracelet wasn't working at the time of the incident. It could not be detected by the sensors.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so quick to rule it out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there was one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted. And I have just the evidence to show who that free-roaming person was.
Take that!
This is one of the prisoner's bracelets. Indeed, a broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner. What do you mean? And who is this prisoner? Frank Sowett, Warden Lagarde's favorite inmate. Damn, look at that face. It's strange, isn't it, Warden, that he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while. That is pretty funky, and I don't mean in a good way. Oh. It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Bodhidharma Canis, for example. Mr. Edgeworth, this is pure speculation. In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Sowett himself? I'm confident he will confirm for us that he and Warden Lagarde were accomplices in this crime. Will he? Will he admit that in front of the warden? I feel like he won't. If the two of them had worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes viable. The route by which Mr. Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Sowett shut off the corresponding breakers. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun. And, do you still deny it to Warden Lagarde? No, darling, you've got me, I admit it. Warden? Tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey, I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it. What? No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth, you got her. Nice shooting, cowboy, she won't be wriggling out of this one now. As Mr. Edgeworth said, I have Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Nat, did we? No, Sweetums, no we didn't. What? Warden, explain yourself. Oh, Verity, dear, I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now. As she is all merciful, you have but to confess and you shall be saved. Oh gosh, alright, I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said. Who's he? Body Karma Canis, that awful assassin. Canis? How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived. The moment we were alone, he said this to me. You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution. Others? Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who will do anything I ask of them. Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to send my dogs on you or your precious family. I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for. You gave him the maximum security cell, what? Everything? Wait, is that how he became the fixer? Yes, darling. I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him, too. So you were smuggling in contraband? How exactly? Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I simply dropped the packages down the well on the prison side and went back through the fence. Each one of them spritzed with a little of my perfume. That's what the sweet smell was. Yes, it was a signal for Candace's dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. Why would you use that specific perfume that you use yourself? That's stupid. Can't you just use another smell, another perfume? We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course. Can't have been easy keeping him from finding it. Oh, we're all very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything returns to a schedule. Meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't there. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Candace's dog. Poor thing. So there was no risk of him raising the alarm either. She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Candace couldn't fail. Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning, switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Apart from fixing the time codes and the cameras, which I would do later when I got the chance. You have shared a great deal, Warden. The Goddess of Justice will surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool, I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day of Knight's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. But there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out into the yard. So that's the secret behind the fixer's system. And why she was... The police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even if I've had to lend them a hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. No matter what I say or how much evidence I present him with, he simply won't say a word. That's why you were interrogating Mr. Candace over and over. Exactly, I was trying to track down those horrible hench people of his. I borrowed everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. I was watching his every move, intercepted every letter he wrote. His letters. I suppose she must know about his correspondence chess games, too. But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. Maybe he didn't have any. Living in fear like this, it's... you just can't comprehend it. As you have just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth, the words of Warden Lagarde's confessions have cleansed her of all suspicion. Surely there is no need to hound her any longer. Has she really been cleared of all suspicion, though? Or is there more about her to uncover? I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet. And I think the Goddess of Justice would agree. So you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has? Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Canis does nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself that she knew of and even facilitated the so-called Fixer's delivery route. I believe she used that same route to move Knight's body. And where is your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth? It's in the fact that the sweet smell in Knight's body is the exact same scent Warden Lagarde uses to signal a delivery. What do you make of that? Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now that the whole well probably smells of it. So it must have just rubbed off on his body. That does match the statement that Mr. Casserato provided. The smell. Yeah, it always smelled kind of nice down there. Nice? Yeah, I don't know. Smells sort of like dessert, I guess. This would seem to suggest the smell had permeated the well. You've been rendered speechless, I see. Then I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court. No, what do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? What can I do? Is this as far as we go? Finally, we're actually done? Yes, Eustace, it seems we are. By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned. Oh shit. Oh. Bender? Who was that? Come on, Judge G. Things were just getting good. Fender, are you objecting to my adjourning this session? No, would have shouted objection if I wanted to do that. You do you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn whatever floats your boat. What are you doing, Mr. Fender? Don't worry about what I'm doing, let's all just take a chill pill, shall we? By which we mean a square of chocolatey goodness. Anyone? Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of court? No, my bad, I just had a quick request to make us all. A Simeon Saint's lawyer, that is. Ah, yes, I had forgotten that you are his real attorney, Mr. Fender. How could you? You're killing me here. Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edgeworth do everything this whole time. Right you are, which is why I figured it's time to put in some work. Work, you say? Somehow I don't believe you've worked a day in your life. Wow. Then let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness? Evangel Dancing here for Meow Thunderbird Wrong. Wait, what? Meow Thunderbird Wrong? Wait, Moyo? Wait, what? What? I'm confused. I am confused. Also, welcome to the stream, Evangelidor. Though we're kind of late to the stream. We're kind of late in the stream, near the end. Oh my god. How's things been with you, mate? Oh, more Thunderbird Wrong. Lol. Nice. Now, amusing, but what is there left to ask? I've got a feeling in my funny bone that Thieves here has something more to tell us about the killer. Do I? Yes, indeed. See, as a major player on Team Simeon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. You don't think he did it, do you? So tell us who did. Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears. Mr. Edgeworth, what's he doing? He's trying to coax Warden Lagarde into giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go to all the trouble of sending Knight's body on such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to frame Mr. Canis. She did? No way! If he was convicted of committing murder here, that could have been grounds for a transfer to another prison. Most likely a more secure facility. And where he'd be out of her hair forever, huh? Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it. No, Singh can't not be the killer. That's not fair. I was ready to prosecute him. I know, right? But maybe we should find out what she thinks first. Don't want to get the wrong guy, yeah. Evangelidot saying, sucks I'm late, but at least I'm here. Mew. You're here, meow. Lol. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, nice. Now Mr. Winter has to go along with it too. Well, Varden, are you happy to survive further? Of course, how could I refuse this silver-tongued devil? Etiquette, you have such a way with words. Just doing my job, thief. Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell all verity, darling. Do say you'll let me. As you wish, got these unadjourned. I can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Fender. Phew, me neither. Thank you for the timely intervention. It's the least I could do. Kay's not wrong, I've been leaning on you hard, and besides, the defense never rests, am I right? Simeon's depending on us. Sadly, I think that just about exhausted my reserves of cool lawyer chat there. We can't follow this up now. Which means you're up to the bat, Miles, big smiles. Show him that never rest spirit. I shall. Fabulous, then let's get started. Right, so, Evangeli Donut, a summary of what's happened. We found out that there was a weird setup at the well in the prison yard that was used to during the circus play thing, and it was used by Simeon. So at the end of the play, Simeon gets flown, like hit by the elephant, and he flies through the air. And the way he was doing that is he was tying a rope to himself, and he on the well, which was attached to weights, and then he had a second rope attached to like a linchpin. And so when he pulled the second rope that was tied to the linchpin, it would pull it out of the of blocking the rope from falling with the weights, and he'd be flung, right? So that was the mechanism he was using for the play. Now what happened was someone replaced the weights that he usually uses, which hang inside this well, this tunnel, with the body of night, right? So we went through the process of trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Turns out that someone must have switched off the power. So the power room in this yard has a bunch of breakers. One switches off the electric fence and the other one switches off the cameras in the prison. And so the only person that has a key to the power room is Warden Lagarde. So that's why we were like, you are the one that's that set this whole thing up and made Simeon look bad. But I don't think she was trying to make Simeon look bad. She has said that Canis, the prisoner dude in maximum security, was manipulating her. Not manipulating her, he was blackmailing her. He says, I've got a bunch of guys that work for me that you don't know who they are, that will basically get rid of you if you don't listen to me. So he was forcing her to allow contraband to come into the prison. So you know how they were talking about he's the fixer, and they're trying to figure out how is he getting stuff into the prison. It's because he's blackmailing, he's threatening the warden and getting her to work to allow stuff to come into the prison. Ivan J. Don's asking Simeon was a red-haired guy. Yes, the kind of like demure red-haired guy. So, here we are questioning the warden. Now the warden is obviously worried for her life and stuff like that, thinking that any of the prisoners could be henchmen for Canis, and worried about her life. So I suppose here we are now. Evangel Don says, I feel like there might be more to that story. Yeah, I feel like it's a bit too simple. It's like I don't think the warden would be so easily like bent over backwards to like do whatever Canis would say just from that threat. It does feel a bit too easy. I actually think the warden might be just responsible for everything, but I don't know. I think it's just like She might be trying to throw Canis under the bus when in actual fact she's the one that is at the core of this. But let us see. So the reason why, remember Frank Sowett had a broken bracelet that allowed him to just basically go around the prison without having any issues? It was because the warden had given him, or like given him a broken bracelet and allowed it to happen. So he would be the one on the prison side that would go into the power room, disconnect the power to the cameras and electric fence. That would allow the warden to bring something into the prison, leave it in the yard. Sowett would pick it up or some shit, and then switch the power back on. And then what the warden would do afterwards is she would fuck around with the camera timestamps so that it didn't, you couldn't tell that it shut down or something. I don't know how you would even do that, but whatever. Evangelidona is saying in quotes, the guy on death row caused the death of a new prisoner that he has no reason to kill. Yeah, well, so the reason, what I think is maybe it's right, if it's legit that she believed she was going to be killed by one of this guy's cronies. She said that she'd been reading all the letters he'd been sending out of the prison. She'd been investigating him, so she had mentioned before that she'd take him in for questioning regularly, and she was doing that to try and get him to tell her who his cronies are, who the people who work for him are. So what I suspect they might do, or might be the thing, is that okay, she did believe she was going to be killed. She did believe that he had some cronies, and remember there was a letter correspondence between Canis and Mr. Knight because they were playing chess with each other, and I don't even know how that fucking started, but they were playing chess with each other. I think she suspected Mr. Knight was his crony, and she got him killed because of that. Evangel don't say in quote the guy in quotes the guy on death row is also in control of all the contraband in prison. But Evangel don't saying basically blaming everything on a singular person. It does seem like too convenient an excuse, right? Let's just blame the super, because when I think about it, is Canis really, is that his MO, right? He's an assassin, not someone that's necessarily going to be like, I'm going to help guys get contraband into the prison. But let's see. I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man, Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sort of details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And then he had his dog dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened. What the fuck? Evangel don't saying it's not just dodge, but super dodge. Super dodge! The victim, Mr. Knight, yes. I did him the most terrible disservice. Yes, you killed him. I suppose you could put it that way. If I weren't such a sorry excuse for a warden, this would never have happened. Oh my god. And that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess. Warden Lagarde, as ever your honesty is truly to your credit. I'm certain Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude. What the fuck? Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude. Isn't he a murderer? Looking down? From where? Isn't he looking up? From hell? Bro, what the fuck is this sentence? And even if he was like a good person in heaven or whatever we're saying here, why would he be in gratitude? Oh, the warden who was guilty of some things is pleading guilty and professing her sins. Why would he? This is stupid. Anyway, clearly never met Mr. Knight. Yeah. Or anyone. Why the hell was that? That was stupid. Right, I'm just going to look up the guide because I can't be fucked. Let's go for this. I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man, Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Is that the one? Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sort of details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death? How?
Hold it!
What more can you tell us about those sordid details? Well, we all know that what Canis once did for a living. I doubt that killing part gave him much trouble. Especially as the victim was already injured. His neck, I think. Couldn't turn his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway. They make some sort of report for the warden when new prisoners are admitted. You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about Knight. That's because I didn't, Spee. The victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I expect Candace used the chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? Awful grisly business. What the fuck? Just imagine, the man probably didn't even have time to cry out. Nobody... Wait, no, that... No, that's... No, not that. Where is it? This one. Instant death from a stab wound to the neck. A sharp blade of some sort. Yeah, the murder weapon hasn't been proven. Oh, where did that come from? I see. Thank you for your thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear about them in a little more detail if you don't mind. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you'll make me blush. I could chat with you all day. Damn. Oof. Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course, we can talk about them some more. Vendry don't sing looking up, down, and all around. Gavel sounds like she's covering for her. I think it's more like Gavel doesn't want to accept the idea that... Yeah, she does. She is very quick to fucking cover. Very quick to forgive her. I expect her to use that chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? Right, I'm using the guide for this because I can't be arsed, but...
Objection!
I would have used the chisel itself, but apparently this is what... Warden Lagarde, you strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests. Okay. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please. Call me Fifi or Sweetie Pie if you prefer. Fucking hell. Oof, I know. That's my reaction as well, mate. However, I think you may have been a little less careful when you realize in this instance... Atihi, aren't you just the most adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed. We're all family here. What? Why? Ugh. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, don't let her get inside your head. You said earlier that you didn't know much about Knight. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know that about the chisel. Well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Objection!
Wait, why would you let the chisel in? You're not talking your way out of this, Warden. That is entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chess set into the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight would have had it with him when he arrived. Oh shit, I forgot about that. What? Well, I mean, of course, that when Mr. Saint came in,
Objection!
You checked him. I find that hard to believe, because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it there and then? Eek. Judge Gavel, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chess set? I did not. If no one looked at our findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Lagarde? Because it certainly couldn't have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Saint on their arrival. Indeed, such a thing would imply an intentional oversight if it had been found, yet led through. Precisely. So, Warden Lagarde, and answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set? If you won't answer, then allow me. I submit that you... Alright, darling. There's no need to rub it in. You got me alright. I question Knight. That was when I learned about the chess set. But please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him. One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Edgeworth? None, Your Honor. Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up this awful misunderstanding, I promise. Why is she kissing her fox? Whatever the fuck this animal is, what is wrong with her, man? And why does she keep fucking... What the fuck? Very well, go ahead, Warden Legard, and please tell the truth this time. Her lies are starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her. My truth part 2. I said I questioned her, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand. I make a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home. Now it was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it. And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away. The more she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate. So it was simply a conversation with a new detainee? That seems entirely above board. Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you'd understand.
Objection!
Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement? I suppose we shall see, won't we? Mr. Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination. Evangeline Donna saying we're tearing down her lies one by one. Yes, and I'm just using the guide now, because I am too tired. I said I questioned United, but it wasn't anything serious. Oh shit, wrong accent. I said I questioned that, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand. I make fun of talking to every newcomer to our little home. Nah, it was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it.
Hold it!
How was he when you spoke with him? Oh, he was so open and honest, darling. What? That guy, honest? He was talking about one croissant and promoting a prawn. I suppose he must be hungry. En passant and promoting a pawn. Seems you spared no one from his obsession with chess. Well, I guess that was legit. And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away.
Hold it!
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would still be alive today. You really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? But what would my motive have been, darling? I told you I barely knew him. I'm no angel, I have my grudges against Katniss, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal. Oh damn, here we go. Surely does hate Katniss. Warden the guard, I must insist that you append that statement to your testimony. I'm no angel, I have my grudges against Katniss, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal. Oh, he did.
Objection!
Judge Gavel, I'd like you to take a look at this. A note about a game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth? It was found in Knight's cell, which is exactly where you said you saw it too, Warden Legard. But you didn't just see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Canis's cell too. But what do you mean?
Objection!
Oh, come now. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. Ah! I imagine you watch this every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option. If she wants to find out who his cronies are, right? Personally, interrogating your own prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. But as you said, Mr. Canis had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were. And so what if I did? He also told us you read his letters, which means you must have known about one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondence chess. Ah! And then, who should appear but Knight carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game. We ourselves used that diagram to infer a connection between the two men. And it seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Canis' henchman, sent to kill you. Which is the real reason she had that chat with the Bronxstar. If his boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would. And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. Further inside his chest set, you found a hidden chisel. The murder weapon itself? As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing. Canis. Thus, you convinced yourself that Knight was working for Canis, and that is why you killed him. Wait, why was there a chisel in the chest set in the first place? I see you have no more excuses. Judge Gavel, your verdict, please. Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be little room for doubt. I hereby give my verdict. Bronco Knight was murdered by... Oh. In the name of the goddess of justice, who is it this time? Oh, pardon? It's all a big stupid joke. You people just don't get it, do you? I think we proved that it's you who didn't understand things correctly. Me? Please, darling, I understand it all perfectly well, thank you very much. And I understand that there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth. You're just grasping at straws now. I have no time for this. Your Honor, the verdict. I am curious to hear what the warden has to say. What? You're a doll, Verity. I just have one last thing to say. Then Mr. Edgeworth can declare himself the winner. You rang? What? What the fuck? Does anybody remember a certain autopsy report? Of course, we received the finalized version only this morning. That's right, and I was listening to what you told us about it, Verity. Verity? Even if nobody else was. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches? Only 4 inches? If I don't say Canis Bobanus. Wait. Riddle me this, Mr. Edgeworth. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound? I mean, is it not 4 inches? Oh, shit. Forgive me, oh goddess. I came perilously close to making a terribly mistake. Looks like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Miss Edgeworth. What now? What do we do? Oh wait, what do we do? What the fuck? Right, let's look at this. So we have this fucking chisel, and she's saying that the chisel is tiny, and I don't know, they can't make a 4-inch wound. Why not? How big is 4 inch? What does this mean, guys? What does any of this fucking mean? I don't fucking know. Wait, you know this weird special piece is yeah, this piece, right? I don't know, right? It'll be fine, Mr. Edgeworth always comes through. Right, sir? Shit. Looks to me like the Malzatron's out of commission. You're an attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Turn things on their head with a desperate bluff. Blurt out the first mind-blowing thing that comes to you. Look, Detective, I'm as much of a man of action as the next guy. But without evidence, we're up a creek without a paddle here. This might be the end of the road. We can't give up now. We have to do something. Fuck. I'm certain that Warden Lagarde is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. But if the chisel wasn't the murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there in this facility? I don't know. I don't know. What other fucking bladed thing is there in this bloody place? Wait. Shit. It's this fucker, isn't it? Right, anyways. It seems we still do not have all the answers, nor the evidence to provide those answers. Alas, we must wait until the trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid. I mean, you're always gonna have a trial, right? You can't fucking just... whatever.
Objection!
Objection? What the fuck, man? Oh, come on, G. You're just giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Overruled.
Are you calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Fender? Yeah, no, not me, nah. I tried, Miles. Any bright ideas? What is the real murder weapon, since it's clearly not the chisel? Confound it. Confound it, nice. This question throws everything we've deduced out the window. Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to remind you that claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subject to the harshest penalties. Fuck. It's hopeless. I can't think of anything. I need more time. Loath as I am to admit it. Wait, who the fuck's this? Can't give up now. Remember what Mr. Fender said? Simeon's counting on us. Without us, he's... Remember how upset he was? He was devastated. I feel like we shouldn't be simply looking... Even though I don't sing tiny like Sawit. Lol. This dude. Nobody's in more pain than him over Mr. Knight's death. I don't... There's no way he did it. But if we can't save him, who will? And what's more... He believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news. This is a stupid... And I, for one, would walk away until we have some. What if there's no evidence? What if he was guilty? What would you do? What is any of this? 1 second, guys. Let me just check something. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la... What? Oh my god. Wait, what? What the fuck? Wait, someone posted them up. Man, I should not get distracted. I'm getting fucking distracted by Discord. Do you know what? I probably shouldn't have Discord open when I'm streaming. Anyway, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a stupid argument. Gee, Miles, your little buddy there's quite the motivational speaker. She's also an idiot. And she's right, too. When you find something on the ropes, you think of your client. Picture them pleading with you to help them. Doesn't that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? No. Think of your old man, good old Gregory. Mate, don't fucking emotionally blackmail me. No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. Evangelii don't sing, what are you talking about? Distractions are part of the show. Oh my god, distractions are bad. I just get distracted so fucking easily by Discord. And you're just like him, right? If there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who'll find it. Simeon's counting on you. Fuck. Fuck. Judge Gavell. You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you mean to attempt a defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. You have repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations. Have we? Have we? If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as a prosecutor and relieve you of your badge for good. You can relieve me of... No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say it. Judge Gavell is hot. Anyway. She's right. Put forward a number of theories that prove to be flawed in one way or another. That's true. Okay. Have I made some sort of fundamental oversight? Wait. She said my theories were misguided. Nothing to say? Then the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting. Wait, is she giving us a help? If she giving us a... Wait, she knows what the actual murder weapon is and we don't? Is that what this is? I hereby... Sir! Mr. Edgeworth? Tell her to shut the fuck up. Give my verdict. That's it. I've been thinking about it the wrong way all this time. What? My theories weren't misguided. I was being misled. Someone... Wait, what? Someone purposely made you think the chisel was a murder weapon? The defendant Simeon sent... Wait, I mean... I think it's a little soon for that, Your Honor. I'd say it's well past you, darling. Would you agree, Verity? Very, fuck. Mr. Edgeworth, you may proceed. What? Yeah, what the fuck? Is she helping us? I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog, Helmet. The fact that he wasn't at the show. These and other factors made Mr. Canis the obvious suspect at first. This again, Mr. Edgeworth. You seem almost proud of your blunder.
Hold it!
But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Canis? What if it was all carefully arranged? And what if the same was true of the chisel, our purported murder weapon? Evangelion Donut says her original fan name was Hot. Justine Courtney. Justine Courtney. Why does that sound familiar for some reason? I mean, it's like Justin Court, but it's also Justine Courtney. Never mind. Knight had been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if he was stabbed with a chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just to leave traces of blood on it for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel is the murder weapon. But why mislead us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think the chisel was the murder weapon rather than whatever was really used? Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest. What it suggested? Why are you talking about, darling?
Hold it!
Mr. Winner, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think? That Mr. Canis is the killer? And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us. Evangelion says it was from the fan translation. Why does Justine Courtney sound familiar, though? Justine is a... Wait, Courtney is a first name. These are two first names. Oh, Mr. Canis has a bunch of chisels, so she wanted to think it was one of his, right? Indeed, that was her plan right from the start. To frame body Dharma Canis. Your reasoning would appear to be sound. Warden Lagarde certainly seems to have a deep and abiding hatred for Canis. However, I think you know what I am going to say next. What was the murder weapon? That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Lagarde is the killer. I knew that would be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we now know must exist. If you cannot prove your theory, then this conversation ends here.
Objection!
If we would just find the real murder... If we could just find the real murder weapon... Where is the real murder weapon?
Objection!
How many times do we have to go over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom. The murder weapon is in her jacket. Eustace is quite correct. No other possible murder weapon has been found, so I'm afraid you're at a bit of an impasse.
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because it's still here inside this prison. This would have made sure of that. The security gate? I'm glad you at least remember what it is. And do you remember what it does? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. The security gate detects metal. Wait, is it hidden? Is it been buried in this yard? Which means you can't bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh. Precisely. If there's another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken off the premises. But nor can it have been brought into the prison in the first place. And so we find ourselves right back where we begin. Alright, so it's not under a jacket. Judge Gavell. What I am trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish me to believe that there is another murder weapon here in the prison, you will also have to explain to me how it got here. Alright, we know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chess set. But our content... Oh, the chisel would have came in here. Right, so that piece came in with the circus shit, right? So that wouldn't have had to go through the metal detector. But our contention is that the chisel is not the real murder weapon. If the weapon came from outside the facility, then there must have been a way to bring it in. Yes, the question of the hour is, can you show me this alternative route? How did the weapon Warden Lagarde used get into the prison? You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation, is that correct? Oh, why yes, everything's laid Candace is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've held the secretive scoundrel in my office to talk to me. Of course, that's how. The fact that this is here with us shows how a bladed object could have been brought into the facility as well. What? Shit. What? The fact that this is here with us shows what it was smuggled in? Oh, I'm gonna get this wrong, aren't I, guys?
Take that!
Oh shit, yeah, I know that. Fuck.
Overruled.
Right, let me skip through this because I do not give a shit. Fuck. Oh, skip all this. Come on, skip all this. Fuck. Do we have a piece of... Wait. Wait, what do we have? The fact this is here with us shows how a bladed object could have been brought into the facility as well. Contains hidden by Candace that his dog's mouth has a small bell attached to it. Fuck. Is this it? Or I'm just looking at the gate now. Fuck this. Allow me to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Canis yesterday. Yes, it was but one of my bells. One of only two in existence. Just two. Two and only two. One for my knife and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide after all, and I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. Oh shit. So you see, there is a way for objects to be brought into the prison unscrutinized, as part of the evidence Warden Lagarde borrowed from the police. Dude, I never even thought about that. What? Mr. Canis's knife was part of the evidence in the case against him, and that evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, but the knife had a certain bell attached to it. The bell that was attached to the chisel? Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel. But that can't be right. The chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it. Easy enough to explain if the killer wore gloves. She made it look as if the chisel was the murder weapon and then attached the bell to it. In doing so, she made sure that all the evidence pointed to Mr. Canis. And who had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken? Why, only the person to whom it had been entrusted. Who was it, sir? Who's been messing with the evidence? I believe that would be you. Isn't that correct, Warden Legard? Bells aren't exactly rare, you know. Anybody could have set that up.
Objection!
Heh, unluckily for you, that isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique. Because there are only 2 of them in existence. What? By attaching that bell to the chisel, you as good as declared yourself the killer. But you didn't have any proof that the knife was ever even there to begin with.
Hold it!
I don't. Not yet, anyway. Mr. Winner, I'd like you to order another search of the prison right away. But if you do find something, that's going to make things awkward for me. This isn't about what's convenient for you. We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Oh, yeah, but you know... This worthless excuse for a prosecutor. If I had investigative authority, I would be sitting on it. Anyhow, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it. You know full well that she will do no such thing. You have the power to insist on a search. Use it. Sorry, darling, but not without that evidence. The goddess of justice cannot bestow her blessings on those who lack the proof to support their claims. Our work here is done. The rest of this matter will have to be settled in the courtroom. No. We give Legard the opportunity. She'll destroy whatever evidence is left. I have to object. I have to stop them. But what do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. What am I thinking? I'm never this reckless. No, I can't back down now. I've got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend. A shitty client. Only I can save Mr. Saint, and that means... Even if my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot. It's now or never. Should I object? Yeah, obviously. Evangelion Donut saying is as corrupt as an American prison. In quotes, if I do that, it will make me look bad. So I suppose this must be how a certain serial bluffer always feels. Lol. Regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor. This has better be good, Mr. Edgeworth. I've got it. Got what, exactly? The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Canis's knife is. What? Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. Not at all. Lol. If I did not know better, I would say that you are bluffing. Ha! You wound me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of the word. Lies. Oh, this is terrible for my heart. You're lying like a bastard. There's no way you could. It's not here, I tell you. Well, would you be so kind as to enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon? Think, Miles. Think. Somewhere not even the police would search. A blind spot in the zoo. A hiding place that the warden would be absolutely sure of. A hiding place? No. The tunnel? If you insist. Come on, Helmet, open up. Oh, wait. Is it in her little fucking... Did she use the same trick? No, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detection could there be? Mr. Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting? There's the faintest possibility I'm right, but if I'm wrong, we stand to lose everything. Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is hidden. Wait, what? The yard? No. We hid... So the thing was hidden in Helmet's body. Wouldn't it be kept in the warden's office? Oh, you're not... Oh, you are joking. Oh, shit. I just well, I've just looked at the guide and I get it. Here, in the yard? Indeed. I don't believe I understand. Would you care to explain a little more? Where exactly is the real murder weapon hidden? I can't believe this. Fuck. I was thinking, this motherfucker.
Take that!
Of course, that's what it must have been. Yeah. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's a metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator. What? How? The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. I thought it was just like a metal alligator that wasn't real. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel? Didn't we just figure out that isn't a murder weapon? You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right. The murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. What? No way! We detected the presence of a metallic object during our earlier investigation. Judge Gavell, we need to know what's inside that alligator. Understood. Then we will need to summon a veterinarian. I'm sure I could get the little sweetie to open up for us. Why you look so smug? I'd be happy to give it a try. I mean, if you want to lose your hand, go for it. Please, by all means. Oh my god, is this going to work, or is she full of shit? What? Is she going to put her hand in it? Warden Lagarde. The real murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess? I have nothing to confess. As you wish, then you can simply wait and watch as your lies are exposed. So we got it. Wait, how did she pull that out? That has to be it. It's over, Fifi Lagarde. The real murder weapon was Dharma Canis' knife, making you the only person who could have killed Bronco Knight. I'm not the criminal here. This is all Canis' doing. I did the right thing. That was a threat. He was Canis' lapdog. Curse that despicable man, Canis. Died did he have to come to ruin my perfect little home. We could have been happy forever if it wasn't for him. He ruined my paradise on earth. He ruined everything. Curse of pitiless butcher, the awful, terrible, despicable man. Curse him. Fuck. Is she gonna lose the jacket? Oh shit! Wait, she wears... wow, she's, interesting. Evangel don't sing reminder she caused the train line to bite down on an acrobat's head. Wait, did the acrobat die? She shouldn't be around animal mouths. Prosecutor Thwinner, sir. The test results have just come back. Thwinner? I guess we've all been under a lot of stress. Traces of Bronco's Knight blood were found in Mr. Canis' knife. It's just like you said, sir. Congratulations on a stunning victory. What? Thank you, officer. Excellent work. You can continue complimenting if you like. Yes, sir. Thwinner wins again. I think I'm welling up a lot. What the fuck is up with this forensics, dumbass? With rage. Excellent work, Eustace. Just a few loose ends to tie up and we're done. Are you fucking joking me? Evangel don't think she's so vile that she wears living animals as a coat. At least they're no, I think that's a good thing. They're alive, right? At least she doesn't wear dead animals. I don't know. Huh? What are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I? You're a fucking dumbass. We have yet to confirm whether or not Knight really was working for Mr. Canis. It will be vital to know if Warden Lagarde was simply jumping to conclusions on that front. Huh? Huh? There's Clueless and then there's you. Well, then I guess we'd better get back to our investigation. God help us all. Alright, officer, you're with me. You're about to see the winner win a whole lot more. Fuck this guy. Prepare a witness first-rate investigation talent in action. Yes, sir, I'm right with you, sir. Can't wait to watch your work. Fuck me. It's winning time! Oh my god, 1 second, guys. Fuck, you know. Yeah, you fuck off, you dumbass. Even I don't think yes, Ash the acrobat died. It was the case. That was the case in the second game with Mo the clown. As Mo would say, Edgeworth is not worth the edge. Lol, he's a dumbass. Fuck yeah, winner. Fuck off. And why are we? What? Judge Cavell is even like condoning this shit. We fucking solved the case, you fucking reprobate. Anyway, I expect this case will cause quite a stir. The attempted murder of President is news enough, and now this would-be assassin has been murdered. But Knight never sought to kill the President in the first place. The truth is not always as important as it might seem, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, damn. Damn, politics, baby. In the eyes of both society and the law. God. I fucking hate this. But she's not wrong. How can you even say that? You do not have to believe me. However, as a prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth is obliged to accept that this is the reality of the world he operates in. Yeah. Being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe. We are all free to believe as we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with for our own personal goals. If you refuse to accept these, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences. What does that even mean? Wait, you're not gonna take his... Shh, baby, shh. I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Judge Gavell is right. There must be only one set of laws for everyone. But if following the law means sacrificing the truth, can I really do that in good conscience? Oh, this dude. Simeon, you're out! Oh my god, the fucking monkey. Hi, Regina. I can't remember what voice I gave this guy. Is everything alright? They did let you out, right? Yeah. But I'm so confused about what's going on. Some guy just came in and said I was free to go, and that I have Mr. Edgeworth to thank. You sure do. Mr. Edgeworth found out who the real killer is. Avenger is saying, wait, what? Holy shit. Anyway, let's continue. Wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, no. Stop staring at me like that. I'm innocent, I swear. Don't put the rug from under me now. Stop it, silly. It's true, he saved you. So say thanks already. Okay, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. And a great big Regina Berry thank you from me too. Mr. Saint talked direct lecture to me. Small victories, I suppose. Can I just ask one question, Mr. Attorney? Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though. I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him, but now... But now? Well, it's just, I never knew. I never would have believed that he could hate somebody enough to want to kill them. If he kept something like that from me, then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simeon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he had, he'd just told me. I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helps, that he had to let go of all that stuff. Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proves Knight trusted him. Wait, what? Wait, what's the item that showed that he trusted him? Right, I want to get this right, so let me just get the guide up. It's a chest that I brought for him. Now it had hidden a chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape. What? You mean he was using me? No, he believed in you. What? He knew he could count on you to bring it and that you'd never be so untrusting as to look inside. What? No, I just believe that just makes him a chump. I don't know, man. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping he could keep you from getting caught up in his mess. But he was still using his friend to do something that could get him caught up in the mess. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh. Evangelist said, don't muck it up, mate. Choose the item that shows you trusted him. Yeah, I don't know. Bronco, why didn't you tell me? At least you understand now, right, Simeon? Does that make sense? Wouldn't if you cared for your friend, wouldn't you just like not want to get them involved at all? Like, I wouldn't ask my friend to beg me something that has something hidden in it that I might use, that I will try to use to escape, because that would implicate them in the whole thing at some point, and I know that. Like it did here. Simeon almost got arrested because they saw that and went, oh, he brought that in. I'm sure he does. He may not show it, but Simeon's no dummy. A good night's sleep and he'll be completely over this whole thing by tomorrow. What, he'll be over his friend's death? That's not as complimentary as you think it is. I'll try. I have to, for Bronco. I have to show him I can become the best animal trainer out there. Fucking hell. That's the spirits. This is fucking hopeless. Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love if you'd come, Mr. Edgeworth. Probably best not to. Every time we go to... Oh, who's this dude? I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. Who's this dude? The one that only the very big circus is back. That's right, the very big circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have oodles of fun. Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go. Well, I'll think about it. Even Edward says, it's the thought that counts, Ash. It's not your. If you're not your friend, who would you ask? I don't want to implicate them. Look, think about it. Think about it. I'm going to escape. I'm going to escape using a thing that was hidden in a gift given to me by someone that brought it into the prison. The police are instantly going to think that that person was involved and was an accessory to my escape. Do you want to do that to your friend, or would you ask just someone else who's you don't give a shit about, but you can pay them or something, right? Just it's like, can you give me this thing? That's what I would do. I don't want to bring my friends, especially my friends are not criminals, right? I don't want to fucking, if they are criminals, that's different. But I wouldn't want to bring anyone innocent into all of this shit. Even I don't say that's Maximilian Galactica. Did you forget the second game? He's a country bumpkin that everyone hated. Mate, I have forgotten everything. I have. Alright, Simeon, we've got some training to do. I think it's time you and Regent got acquainted. Regent? What? Regent the tiger? No, wait, I can't. No. Oh, you'll be fine, silly. You'll never meet a nicer kitty cat. You're a fucking psychopath, Regina. Wait, how old is Regina? I forgot. Let's check this. What is this? How old is this dude? 24. 17. What the fuck? 37. 26 and you're a fucking court judge? Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Anyway. I can't. Oh, he runs. Lol. Please, Regina, anything but that. Please. You're gonna get him killed, right? Another satisfied customer. Are we gonna get paid? That guy doesn't look like he has money. Batch. Well, that was really something. Smiles. Talk about pulling out of the bag. I couldn't have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away. Besides, I have you to thank for even being able to investigate the case in the first place. Oh, stop it. Pat me in the back any harder and you're going to make me blush or topple over. I suppose it would be asking too much for you to take this seriously. Seriously? Miles, my friend, I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to save an innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney, after all. To be an attorney. Gotta say, I had a blast. Reminded me of the good old days. Like Gregory was standing there right beside me. It's been like a zillion years since I've felt this warm and fuzzy on the job. That's good, bittersweet, I'm not sure. Say, Miles, you ever thought about going into the defense game full time? Excuse me? You know, pick up where Gregory left off. Get out there and actually help people. Hey, pal, don't get any big ideas. Mr. Edgeway ain't about to switch sides. Why not? Coming over to the light side's all the rage. Everybody's doing it these days. What? Come on, Mr. Fender, you know it's not about that. Chill, team, chill. Don't get it twisted. I was just asking a perfectly innocent question. No, you weren't. The heck you were. The heck you were. Fuck. Looks like you've got a mean defense team there yourself, Miles. Fender, I am a prosecutor. Yup, and I'm an attorney. You could be one too. I'm serious. Well, I've said my piece. You change your mind, you know what to do to call. I'll be waiting. Damn. Peace out, motherfuckers. I'm cool. Following my father's footsteps. Well, yeah, I mean, that's not as... Could I really do such a thing? I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my dad. An attorney like my father. Me? I mean, you do realize that, like, Von Karma twisted the whole thing and fucked over your dad in more ways than one. Oh, the captured turnabout for completing episode 2 of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Save, baby! Turnabout Legacy. Episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. What the fuck?
Samson
And Judy's Bake and Bow.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Right, wait, do you know what? Fuck this, fuck this. Oh shit. Laugh and sing, smile is true, all that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, what we're over there. Over there, the oven's got something special shipping. My god, now let's see what we've got for you. This is so fucking over the top. Bacon Bop. It's cooking time. Are you ready to make something special together, baby? What the fuck? Oh my god, why is it fucking killing my PC? Why is the frame rate 2 frames a sec? Oh shit. Oh, talk about a blast from the past. Oh damn. Hey Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Interesting that this is happening at the beginning of this episode and not at the end of the last episode. This would make it. April, what the fuck is this place? It looks so nice. Zodiac Hall, fountain room. Baby, I better save actually. Fuck, I don't know where. No, don't fucking. Oh my god. Hello! New items unlocked. Interesting. Anyway. Oh shit, man. I'm almost hitting 3 hours. Fuck me. Right, what are you guys saying? Evangelion saying Regina was always a psychopath. I mean, she sprinkled pepper on a lion's nose. Why Acro's head was inside? Why did she do that? Why did she do that? Is she just a bad person? Why is she shown as a good person? Or just... why anything? Anyway. Thank you for joining me on stream. Especially you, Evangelidona and Res1 Coda. We'll leave it there for today. I am Ash Mannix. This is Ace Attorney Investigations. We will continue this game hopefully next week, where we will start this new case. God knows what's going to happen with it. But for now, I am Ash Mannix. This is Ace Attorney Investigations, and I will see you guys next time. Later.